Hello and welcome to the News Radar. It's been a historic and emotional day in the Middle East. All surviving Israeli hostages taken during the October 7, 2023 Hamas attacks have been released, while Israel has freed hundreds of Palestinian prisoners and detainees. The exchange marks the first phase of a ceasefire and peace framework backed by the United States. In Tel Aviv's Hostages Square, crowds gathered in emotional celebration as images of the freed captives appeared on giant screens. Many had waited nearly 2 years for this moment. Among those returning home were survivors of Hamas captivity, now reunited with loved ones in scenes of relief, exhaustion, and disbelief. For families of those who didn't make it home, however, the day was bittersweet. Hamas was expected to return the remains of 28 hostages who died in captivity, but only 4 bodies have been transferred so far, prompting anger and frustration among Israeli families. As the hostages made their way back, Israel began releasing nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees, some held without trial, to the occupied West Bank and Gaza. Crowds gathered to welcome them home, many carrying Palestinian flags and chanting for freedom. For families separated for decades, the reunions were filled with tears and relief. Still, questions remain. Many Palestinians wonder whether the high human cost of the conflict was worth the price of this deal, and what the next phase will bring. Former U.S. President Donald Trump arrived in Israel earlier today to a warm reception from Israeli lawmakers. In his address to the Knesset, Trump praised the agreement as the dawn of a new Middle East and vowed continued American support for Israel's security. Later, he traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to join world leaders for a summit aimed at shaping the next steps toward lasting peace. The ceasefire has brought a fragile calm, but negotiators acknowledge that deeper political issues, including Gaza's future governance and disarmament of armed groups, are yet to be resolved. Tonight, from Tel Aviv to Ramallah, there's a rare sense of hope after years of bloodshed and despair. Families are reunited, guns have fallen silent, at least for now, and the world is watching closely to see whether this fragile truce can finally lead to something more permanent. We will continue to bring you new updates as more information becomes available. Stay with us for the latest updates.